Hi, second graders. Mr. Hawley here. We're at the last week of school. I am about to teach for Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. This will be my last teaching video of the year. Keep an eye out. Have your parents keep an eye out. I've been sending personalized messages to everybody. I have about half of the class done, and I will do the next 12 videos over the next 2 days. So keep an eye out and let me know if you like your video or not. So, just basically like a goodbye message from me. Today, I'm going to teach time and math, and we're now going to start talking about how to tell time to the five minutes instead of just on the hour and the half hour. And in social studies, we're going to take a quick break from doing the U.S. symbols, and we're going to talk about Michigan symbols, symbols of Michigan. All right, so let's get started with telling time. Now, when I taught before, I taught you that when the hour hand, that's the long hand, is on the 6, that's 30 minutes. When the hour hand is on the 12, we say o'clock. Well, on my student or my model clock here, my display clock, you'll notice that next to each of the numbers on the clock, there's another smaller number, and that is because when you try to count the minutes on the clock, we're going to count by 5, and you always start at 12. 12 is your starting or your 0, and you count by 5 to each number. So let's say this is the time we're on right now. As you can see, the hour hand, the short hand, is in between the 12 and 1, which means I haven't made it to 1 o'clock yet. So instead, my hour is still in the hour of 12. So I put the 12 before the colon when I write the time. It's 12 something. It's not quite 12:30 because it's on the 5 instead of the 6. So to find out what my minutes are at, I need to count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I stop where my minute hand is. So I'm 25 minutes. So in 25 minutes after 12, or I can also say it as 12:25. Okay? Hour of 12, 25 minutes. Let's try another one. I'm intentionally doing one that can be a little tricky. The closer the minute hand gets to the 12, the harder it is to tell which hour we are at. This hour hand is still in between the 12 and 1. It hasn't quite touched the space for the 1 yet. It's still in between. I'm still in the hour of 12. It's close. And if you look at it from a distance, it gets really hard to tell. If I look at the minutes now, again, I'm not quite at o'clock yet. I'm not on the hour. I'm going to have to count by 5 again, stopping at my minute hand to figure out how many minutes this is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'm going to count that one more time, make sure you can see it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So my hour is 12, and I'm on 55 minutes. I'm almost at the hour of 1. 12, 55, or 55 minutes past 12. Another way some people say this is if you look, I'm literally only one jump of minutes, 5 minutes away from being 1 o'clock. So some people would call this 5 minutes to 1. That's another way you can say it. 55 minutes past 12, 12:55, or 5 minutes to 1 o'clock. Let's try another one. I want to practice this a few times so that you guys can get counting by the 5s and get practice down. Sorry about that. All right, let's try another one. Let's do this time. This time my hour hand is between the 1 and 2. So now I'm in the hour of 1. And if I count by 5 to where the minute hand is, 5, 10, 15. So I'm at 1:15, or 15 minutes past 1. Some people would even say a quarter past 1, because if I was to cut this clock as a circle into 4 pieces, there would be 15 minutes in this part, 15 minutes in this part, 4 pieces of 15 minutes. And we call that 1 quarter. So we could also say a quarter past 1. All right, let's try another one. Again, I'm always trying to find my hour hand first, and then count by 5 to the minutes. So I look at my small hand is in between the 1 and 2. It's getting closer to the 2, but it's not quite in line with it yet. So I'm still in the hour of 1. And if I try to figure out my minutes, I start here at the 12, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, hold on. I counted it wrong that time. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now I'm going to go back and show you what my mistake was. Excuse me. I said 5 when I started here at the 0, at the 12. You start here and you don't say anything. You say 5 when you hit the 1. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So this shows 1:40, or 40 minutes past 1. All right. Let's try another one. You always want to find your small hand first. Figure out which hour it is between. Then count by 5 to get to the minutes, and you always stop counting by 5 as soon as you hit where the minute hand is touching. Okay? So let me spin this around a little and find a new time. Here's one. This one almost looks a little tricky, but again, break it into its parts. Find your hour first. Then count by 5 to the minutes. So my hour hand is my small hand. My hour hand is between the 4 and 5, so I'm in the hour of 4. If I start here at the 12 and count by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. So the time is 4:20 or 20 minutes past 4. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. This one's almost a little tricky too. The hour hand is getting really close to the 6, almost touching it. But it's not straight in line with this dash, which means it's in between the 5 and 6, which means I'm in the hour of 5. It's in between the two. It hasn't touched the 6 yet. To get the minutes, again, I start here and I start counting by 5 as soon as I hit the 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 5, 50. So I'm on 50 minutes past 5, or some people would even say 5, 10. I'm 10 minutes to 6. 10 minutes to the next hour, which would be 6. Okay? So when you're looking at an analog clock with hands, make sure that you're looking for the hour hand, the short one, the minute hand, the long one. When you write your time, the hour goes first, and then the minutes. Before the colon is the hour, after the colon is the minutes. Now, in social studies, they want us to talk about Michigan symbols, symbols of Michigan. Well, the symbols of Michigan, every state in the United States has went through and picked state symbols. Every state has like a state bird, a state motto. So the state bird of Michigan is the robin. The state flower of Michigan is the apple blossom. The nickname of our state is the Wolverine State. Our capital is in Lansing. Our state song is Michigan, My Michigan. The state tree is a white pine. So on the Week in a Glance document that keeps track of what we're scheduled to teach each week, there's a video for you to watch that kind of explains the Michigan symbols. I've talked about some of them here. And then there's an activity where they want you to kind of make your own book about the state symbols. I've only mentioned a few of the symbols of the state, so make sure you watch the little video that's attached. It's right on our Carleton website. I also sent a link to your parents way back when all this long distance learning started weeks ago. That links right to the Week at a Glance documents. which anything listed in blue on that document is a link right to the sheets or the papers that they want you to see. Just a reminder, it is the last week of school. I do plan, I want to say, first of all, to anyone who was looking forward to doing the Kind Cabs chat last week, I apologize. I had to cancel. So I do apologize for that. Things were going on here at my house that it was going to be too noisy for me to be recording a video or doing a Zoom meeting. This week I do plan on doing a Kind Cabs chat. If you're planning on coming to it, I'm going to ask that you bring 2 or 3 things with you. Have them handy during the meeting. A small sheet of paper. It can be a full-size blank sheet of paper. It can be one that's cut in half, so like a little half sheet of paper, whatever. A pencil to draw and write with, and some crayons or markers or colored pencils to color with. Since it's the last week of school, I want to do a celebration with you. So I'm going to show you how to do a quick craft project where you can make your own banner to kind of celebrate the end of the year. So, clean sheet of paper. Honestly, it doesn't matter if it's white or if it's colored, but just try not to have it be too dark because I want you to be able to color on it. A pencil to draw and write with, and some kind of art supplies to color with. Okay? Have those sitting with you when we do the Kind Cabs chat. Because I'm going to actually walk you through how to make your own little end of school year banner. Also, keep an eye out on your email because I believe there will be some kind of an end of year celebration that gets recorded and sent to you by Mrs. Coates. I'm not going to say exactly what all is going to be in the video. I honestly don't know 100% for sure, but just keep an eye out for that. Also today, you're watching the video between 9:15 and 1 o'clock. Your parents and also on Thursday, the day of the Kind Cabs chat, your parents have one last chance to get into the school and get your personal items that you left in your desk and in your lockers. So if you haven't done that yet, your parents want to get to that because I don't know what they're going to do with the items once they close down the school for the summer. So if you want your notebooks and your art supplies and all that stuff, make sure you try to get into the school between 9:15 and 1 o'clock on Wednesday and Thursday, June 10th and June 11th. Okay? I just want to say I really enjoyed working with you guys this year. I hope you have a wonderful summer. I'm going to keep the Class Dojo, my Google Voice number, and all that stuff up and running throughout the summer. If you just want to talk to me or say hi during the summer, feel free to do that. Reminder of what our last teaching was about. I taught you time to the 5 minute. I also talked about social studies and the Michigan symbols. Things like our state bird is the robin, our state flower is the apple blossom. Um, our state song is a song called Michigan, My Michigan. So just like when we were talking about our country, there are symbols for Michigan also. And remember, as a symbol is a thing that stands for or represents something else. I hope to see you at the Kind Cabs chat. I would look forward to showing you guys how to do the little art activity that I plan on doing for the Kind Cabs chat. So 1 o'clock on Thursday, I hope to see you. Have a wonderful summer. Keep being kind, Cavaliers. Remember to show your Cavalier pride. Great working with you guys. Bye.